Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present on a really exciting topic, unlocking potential, building baby brain initiatives in Pakistan. I am Mohammad Zeshan. I am a clinical assistant professor of psychiatry at Rutgers University in US. Before joining as a faculty, I completed my child and adolescent psychiatry fellowship from Harvard Medical School, Boston Children's Hospital. I also did 2-year additional infant parent mental health fellowship from UMass Boston. I'm currently a 0 to 3 fellow, which is another organization that is focusing a lot on newborn up to 3 years of age. And I have been interested in parenting in early childhood. And during my infant fellowship at UMass Boston in 2018, I met with my mentor, Dr. Alexandra Harrison, who is a faculty at Harvard Medical School Cambridge Health Alliance. She is a world-renowned expert on infant parents' early childhood. She's a child psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, who have been building programs in many different countries. So expressing my interest to her that I want to build something in Pakistan for our mothers, for our lady health workers, how we can help uh, our lady health workers, our mother to build connection with their newborn, with their babies. And Dr. Harrison graciously agreed to visit Pakistan. So in October 2019, Dr. Harrison and I, who came to Pakistan, we visited Karachi, Multan, Muzaffargarh, Lahore, and different institutions where we introduced this concept, what is an infant psychiatry is, what is a newborn, why it is important to talk about newborn, why there is a need to have mental health and emotional well-being of mom and a baby at such a young age. And you can imagine, introducing these concepts, those were very daunting in the beginning, especially in context of Pakistan, where we have, such a limited even amount of even child psychiatrists, let alone, bringing a concept of the infant psychiatry. So during our presentation, we were being asked, these seem to be very Western kind of concepts, parenting, newborn, attachment, bonding. These kind of concepts need to be taught in US and other Western countries rather than Pakistan. So that's where our beginning was. We did a lot of conference, one day workshop, few hours workshop at various institutions, and most of the time we received a really good feedback. And after after staying in Pakistan almost for 2 weeks, then we came back. We were planning to come back again to Pakistan, and then COVID happened. So then what we decided, because we wanted to have some formalized training for, the mothers and for lady health workers. So then we designed this build baby brain training curriculum where we started training, the lady health wives. And our main goal was how we can help them and how we can teach both the lady health visitors, midwives, LHVs, and mothers how they can build that bonding. So we designed the curriculum. This was our flyer that we distributed, and then we did some remote training where Dr. Harrison was in Massachusetts, I was in New Jersey, and Dr. Shazia Praveen, who is currently doing her pediatric residency at Nishtar Hospital, she was taking us, to different villages because it was COVID. Most of the time we visited a lot of families' house, and we, with the family's permission, we recorded the session, and today we will share some of those work that we did. So the purpose, as I said, that our goal was to support infant neurodevelopment in rural Pakistan. So when we brought this concept of the infant mental health and infant mental health and emotional well-being, these things seems to be very new, and people were having difficulty in understanding what we are trying to do, what we are trying to say. And with our local collaborator, with back and forth discussion, we realized that if we use if we tweak the word to the infant neurodevelopment, many, even the pediatrician, many healthcare providers, even lady health visitors, and even parents, I think they are more open to learn about any training that help them supporting the neurodevelopment. So that's where we change the word from infant mental health to infant neurodevelopment. Why we decided to do this training? Because our goal was to build the capacity for our lady health workers, because we went over their curriculum, and there are enough information on how to make sure the mothers, they are drinking healthy, they are drinking, eating healthy, but not on how to build that attachment and bonding. So there was a gap that we tried to bridge by providing this kind of training. So that's how we decided to train our lady health workers. So this is our team. So I am Mohammad Zeshan. We have Dr. Shazia Praveen from Nishtar, Dr. Harrison from Harvard, and then we have some other faculty, mostly from US, some from Pakistan. We have collaborators. So this is Ms. Shazia is the lady health supervisors in Department of Health, Multan, Punjab. And we also collaborated, try to do some similar kind of work in Peshawar. Because of the COVID, it didn't go through. We also were lucky that we had, we were able to collaborate with Secretary Health South Punjab, Dr. Muhammad Ajmal Bhatti, and a local member of National Assembly, Ahmed Hussain Deher Sahab. So in phase one, so what we did was that we, again, mostly, because this is during the COVID period, around, you can say, March, April last year, 2020. So we wanted to start this project. We wanted to train. So Dr. Shazia Praveen, who is a PGR, postgraduate resident in Nishtar, so she agreed that she can go to, she go to some basic health unit, and also to some families in their home who have newborn or less than 3 months old, to see if they're interested in this training. In the beginning, it was hard to recruit. Sometimes we have only one mother, hardly two. But we used to do every Saturday morning from US time, it was around, you can say, 5 a.m. in the morning, and Pakistan time, it was around 2 p.m. So we used to do 2 or 3 hours training, depending on how many mothers we have, almost every Saturday morning. And this was almost for 3 months. And I remember by the end, when sometimes we have even 6 or 8 mothers, because the more they were knowing what we are doing, the more they are seeing the response, the more and more, the mothers, they wanted to learn about it. So in 3-month period, from, you can say, from March, April, May 2020, we were able to train, I would say, 44 mothers, and some of who consented, we also video record them. So that was the phase one, which we already did, mostly training directly the mothers through mostly through the WhatsApp video call or a FaceTime video call. The technology was by Dr. Shazia Praveen, and then these are mostly done in 44 mothers, their house. So the second phase that we are about to do, we already wrote the IRP. It's in the process of getting approved. So this is second phase that we are doing in 3 basic health units in peripheries of Multan. So we are taking one basic, so lady health work. So now we are focusing more on the lady health workers, because we are training the trainers so that they can train the mothers. So our goal is that we are 15 lady health workers, 15 to 20 from one basic health unit, that we will provide this intervention. 15 lady health workers from our neighborhood basic health unit will be our control, and the 15 to 20 lady health workers from the third basic health unit. And that third one, they will the lady health workers will just spend extra 10 minutes without the training. so that we want to see that the training, the building brain training that we are providing to the group 1 has some significant role, not simply because they are spending extra time. So that's why we are dividing into 3 groups. So in phase 2, which after IRB approval, we are planning to start, is we will provide lectures, videos. We are recording some dialogues in local languages from some pregnant women. So we will provide training to the lady health workers. We'll do some practical intervention, and then and also provide ongoing supervision. Then after that training, then these lady health workers will go, whatever the mothers they are taking care of, the mothers who have newborn less than 3 months old, and then they will implement that training. Those training will being recorded, and then we will provide ongoing feedback and see this training, which I will show a couple of videos what we are planning to do, have any impact in mother and infant bond, and also in mothers' confidence that they are good mothers, and also in lady health workers' confidence and satisfaction that they are happy with their training. So the uniqueness about our training is so newborn behavioral observation, like the NBO that I use. This is a kind of a relationship build tool that have been studied in Western culture. But the uniqueness of our study is that this may be the first time that this intervention is being implemented in a combined family system. And we are trying to see how this can be implemented in a combined family system where the grandma is there, so this is just the pictures of one house in a village where we are trying to intervene. We are showing mothers, we are showing a mother how to talk to her 2-month-old baby, and this is all the kids in the family who seem very interested. So this is a very unique intervention that I believe is happening first time first time in the world where we are implementing this technique in a combined family system setting. So see, these are a couple of things that we do during newborn behavioral observation. So let me show some videos that we did. These are all I will encourage to not record these videos. Please not take pictures of these, because we got consent to show, but I want to make sure that we maintain the confidentiality, because these are being recorded in Pakistan.
Explain, mother, what we are going to do with the sounds. I explain how with this you will understand that the baby can protect his sleep if there are some voices around.
So what we do in the beginning with this newborn behavioral observation, the intervention that we are trying to do, we are mostly helping mothers, how that their baby is healthy. Many times, mother bring their baby because my baby is weak. My baby, I don't know what's wrong with my baby. So we do simple technique. In one technique, we show light in the baby eyes. And we will help mother to see if when the baby is sleeping too, and we'll show mothers, that in the beginning, when we throw the light at the baby's eyes, baby will, blink or twitch his or her eyes. But with repeated, the Myers, those twitching and those blinking will go down. So we help mom that although this is a 1 or 2 month old baby, but he or she learns how to ignore something that is, not going away. And in this in this one, I think we will show one of the demonstration where when mom will call, the baby will respond. So let me.
All right. That was
Sorry. In this video, what we are showing is that in the beginning we are shaking a rattle close to the baby ears, and first you have seen the baby responded very strongly.
a big response.
Yes. Oh, he is crying too. Oh, sorry.
Let's see if he can put himself back to sleep. He did. That's very good.
Yes, he.
So we can
Now
mention to the mother, yes, that he can put himself back to sleep after a big startle.
देखें, हमने इतने जोर से बजाया तो एक दफा उठा है, लेकिन उठ के उसे महसूस हुआ है कि अच्छा कुछ गलत हुआ है मेरे दिन, लेकिन फौरन ही वो सो गया। उसने अपनी नींद दोबारा संभाल ली और वापस सो गया सुकून से। ठीक है, तो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ये ऐसा होगा कि अगर एक दो दफ़ा, अभी शायद हम देखेंगे एक दो दफ़ा करने के बाद ये कितनी देर तक इन चीज़ों के साथ अडेप्ट अपने आप को संभाल लेता है। ठीक है,
So let's try some more. Yes.
दिस टाइम जस्ट ही ब्लिंक हिज आईज and no other response.
That's good.
Again, he just blinked his eyes little bit. This time, eye response is like more slow. And no response.
So in this video, as you've seen, initially, we educate mother, what we are trying to do, and you, as you have, so we call this called habituation. In this habituation, the baby need to be in a sleep. So we first help mother understand either baby is in a deep sleep or in a light sleep by by educating them, like if baby is sleep, if baby's eyes are closed but the baby is moving his or her hand or lips or moving the eyeballs, it means the baby is in the light sleep. Or if baby is not doing that, is baby is in the deep sleep. So that's initially we provide that education, and then we ask mom, that when the baby is sleeping, we will ask mom, we will shake the rattle and see how the baby reacts. And in the beginning, as you saw, the baby responded very strongly, but the more we did, the baby got used to where the word habituation is. And we help mom understand the baby brain is so strong, where there the neurodevelopment of the the brain, the baby brain is so strong that that baby is unable, that baby is able to ignore this loud noise, and able to hold his or her sleep. So let's see in the next video. So this is a palmar grasp. So we do habituation, and this is a palmar grasp that we are, because in Pakistan, one thing we almost in 44 mother, most of the mothers, their main concern was that my baby is weak, and even the baby is physically healthy, but their main concern is the baby is weak. So that's why we have seen a lot of good the smile, good confidence when we showed mom the palmar grasp and some of the other motor aspects of the newborn behavioral observation, and that helped mother that my baby is, although it's maybe seems a little bit thin, but my baby is stronger.
Palmar grasp is so strong.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we tell the mother that that's very strong.
डिठे हुण तुसां काफी मजबूत है, पट्ठे इंदे मजबूत हैं। ओन देखण च कमजोर लगदी है वजन दी, लेकिन ओन दे पट्ठे मजबूत हैं, ताकतवर है। हां, अच्छे अंकल काम कर लवन तो थोड़े दी नहीं। वे छोटे वे तो बोलोगे कहां चाहते हो बने। She is happy that her daughter is strong.
Good.
And you can imagine, these are moms in small villages, very underprivileged, very low resourced, and lot of myths around that your baby is weak, especially in the combined family system. When one baby might seems more healthier, more chubby. So one thing we also learned, that the definition for a mom to make sure that the baby is healthy means the baby is chubby. So many times we have this response, the moms said, next time if any of my family member told me that your baby is weak, so I will show them, come here, and I will do this palmar grasp to help them understand, no, you are wrong and my baby is strong, because look that how strongly my baby is holding my finger and not letting it go. And if they are not convinced, I will show them by shaking the rattle, that see, my baby brain is so stronger that he or she is able to ignore those unnecessary voice. and the satisfaction, the smile, the confidence that we have seen is just is just hard to describe in words. So let's see another video. So this is a very interesting video where so in 44 mothers, I think there are 2 or 3 times when we were able to have a dad, in the picture. So this is let me play this video, and then I will show you why this was a so powerful experience when we recorded this video, both for us and for the family. कैसे बात करते हैं? हाँ?
जो दिल में आए वो बोल देता हूँ।
अच्छा।
जैसे बोलते हैं मेरा प्यारा बेटा, मेरा प्यारा लाड।
Yeah. So he says, whenever he talks, try to talk to him. So he said, my beautiful son, my lovely son. So that's how he talks in a very brief.
आप इससे क्या फ्यूचर नहीं डिस्कस करते? मैं तुम्हें बड़ा होते ये बनाऊंगा, मैं इससे बड़ा होते ये बनाऊंगा, ये भी बताते हैं?
ये पायलट बनेगा,
ये पायलट बनेगा।
इसको बता दिया आपने पायलट।
Father wants him to be a pilot, so he talks to him.
Why a pilot?
Pilot क्यों?
पायलट
वो क्यों?
पायलट क्यों बनाना? Oh, to explore the world. Oh my God.
Oh, what a nice idea. That's a nice idea.
He basically wants the baby to explore the universe. He said he should understand it.
Well, thank you so much.
So this is the dad, and we talked more in detail because this is just a part of the clip. So this is the dad who mentioned that he is in a village. He is a farmer, I believe, and he always wanted to get education, but because his dad, his grandparents, everyone work in a field, so that's how he although he's interested in getting more education, doing something better, but he just was unable to do it. And he said when his son was born, he was hoping to make that change, but he doesn't know how to do it. And by learning that although his son is 2 months old, but he is able to talk to his son is able to respond to his voice, is able to father is able to differentiate either his son is in a deep sleep or in a light sleep. His father is able to whenever his father whenever, if anyone tells the baby is weak, he can play with the palmer grasp and another aspect of it. And he said, by learning all these things, now I feel confident that if I spend more time with my baby, and if I, pay more attention to the baby, I can make some change in my son's life, and can achieve, and my son can accomplish things that I was unable to accomplish. So that was a really strong and the powerful moment that we have had, and along with many other stories that we had during this interaction.
Thank you.
So again, couple of so those are videos. So couple of background, why this is important. So during pregnancy at 21 weeks, sensitive to touch, and beginning, and this. So basically, they start beginning of learning ability at 24 weeks. They listen to mother's heartbeat. 25 weeks moves in rhythm to drum beat. 26 week listen to people speaking. So this is all in utero. Basically, even in utero, babies are their brains start developing, and because of these research and these these findings, we are also encouraging parents to sing lullabies, loris, to when they are pregnant, and we recorded some loris in local languages, and that's another project that we are doing in Pakistan and also in some European countries. So again, what are parts of the newborn behavioral observation? I just said the habituation, where where you with the rattle or with the light, muscle tone, we check the tone, rooting, sucking, hand grasp, crawling response. So this is the other thing that was very, the powerful was response to face and voice. So we had mom when we were at a Nishtar hospital. This is the mom who was mom traveled from Mia Chanu almost 2-3 hours, the commute, and the baby has some stomach infection and was admitted for I think couple of weeks and was not getting better. So so when we were visiting Nishtar in 2019, we asked mother, can we can we see this baby? And mom said yes. And we, with the permission, we asked mom if you can hold the baby, and mom said yes. And then while holding the baby, we asked the mom, because mom was so tearful, so so sad. She was saying, they spent all the money to get their son better. They the family is traveling back and forth, and the son is not getting better. So we saw a lot of sadness, a lot of desperation, a lot of hopelessness in mom's eyes, on mom's face. And we asked mom, while we are holding the baby, can you please call your baby's name? So this is a 2-month-old baby, on many antibiotics with stomach infection. Mom is almost losing hope. And after calling baby's name 2-3 times, the baby turns his face towards mom. And we told, and we mentioned, mom, look, I am trained, in parenting in infant. When I am calling your baby, he's not turning to my voice, but when you are calling your baby, the baby is turning to your voice. So it means your baby's brain is so strong that the baby is able to recognize your voice. Baby knows whose mom is, and baby respond to your voice, despite the baby has infection in the stomach. And we saw the smile after a long time on mom's face, that mom realized, yes, there may be some infection down in the belly, but the brain is so stronger. So that's where, this small thing that is adding confidence, adding bonding, adding attachment, and adding the enjoyment component of parenting in these women who are, from villages and with very limited resources. So, and the other thing that we are also teaching by this training is, there are very commonly, what we have seen both in Pakistan and other cultures, so the moment the baby start crying, we have a habit of holding the baby, and we may think that maybe the only way to console the baby. So these are 9 ways, 9 steps to console a crying baby. So the first step, we teach them to wait to see if the baby calm himself, because we help parents understand that we need to give that opportunity to the child to see if the child can soothe himself by own. So wait to see, then show your face rather than just go and grab it. Just show your face and see if baby can, able to regulate himself just by showing the face. Talk to him, just by calling the name, and hand on chest by putting a hand on the chest, holding his arms in the midline, by holding like this, picking him up, rocking him, swaddling him, giving him something to suck. So these are 9 steps. And when we taught these and we showed them, if a baby is crying, just because moms in a combined family system, sometimes they have duty, like for example, they have to cook the food, and they cannot hold the baby, if the baby is crying, and sometimes they feel so bad. But showing them that even if you're cooking in the kitchen, so you can try, just calling him, just talking to him, and see if he or she is able to console. And then even at night time, when mom is tired, baby is tired, and you may not carry and rock, maybe try to hold baby's arm in the midline, and try to talk and try to show face to see, try to swaddle, and to see if baby is able to console by himself. So these are a couple of steps that are also we are learning honestly from the culture and from the environment, also modifying our training. So we grateful for the conference, Dr. Afzal Javed, and all the organizer, Dr. Imran Ijaz Haider, and all the team to giving us the opportunity to share our work. We would like to thank our team, our collaborators, and especially my mentor, Dr. Hassan, and we look forward to continue our work and sharing our work in the future. Thank you.